So the van's now running largely issue free. We've fixed a few bits and pieces in the front, we've sorted the timing belt out, done a service, starting a lot better, running a lot better. Still a few things to iron out, but I'm not going to worry too much about them yet. There is now a next sort of progression stuff, a bit of stuff that we want to do. Mainly make it a nice place to be. It being a van, and a van that's been used for van things, and these vans always smell the same. I call it the transit smell. You can't call it a tranny smell anymore, that just means something completely different. But anyway, yeah, it's got a certain smell about it, and I think it's like a mixture of spilt coffee, BO, dust, oil, grease, something along those lines. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's its own thing. So we're going to get rid of that. But I figured that the best way of doing that is going to be to take the seats out and do it. And then we can squirt everything down, clean it all out, get the old wet and dry, and, you know, get in there. Which is what I'm going to have a go at doing now. Let's have a crack. Yeah, I don't normally go for the old product, etc. But honest to God, this stuff is something else. I've never known something. I've used degreasers before. I've used road traffic film removers, all of that. None of it touches this stuff. It's bloody brilliant. Now this might seem a little extreme, but seriously, look at it. Eh? I think this is kind of how you're supposed to clean the vans anyway, you know? Oh, Jesus Christ, look at it. Hey, that works really well. I need you. that is like a different vehicle. Morning after the night before, and you can see how effective that stuff has been and what we actually did. So the next bit we've got to deal with is we're going to put in a new head, but we're not just going to put in a new head, because what we're going to do is we're going to put in a subwoofer under the seat. We're going to put in some speakers up there, and we're going to change the speakers, because the speakers, I'm not a massive, you know, it is what it is, but these speakers in the doors, that one's knackered, and if you're going to replace one, you might as well replace two, because that's how that works. So we're going to get the door panels off, and we're going to replace the speakers. Now the speakers for these are on a, you'd need an adapter. What I'm going to do, because the speakers are knackered, or at least one of them is, I'm going to cut the speaker out and use the original thing. You know, we'll see what we get with it. We'll see what happens when we get there. But we'll start over there, have a look, and you know, yeah, let's have a crack. So, you know, we only lost 4 clips, which is, you know, for me, excellent. Let's have a look at what we got to work with. They have 160 watts of burp power. Yeah. Now I don't know what that is, but it's got to be good. I selected these specifically because they were meant for this application. No, they were the cheapest ones I could get. Oof, well, it weighs a ton, but we can get that. So if I cut that around there, that'll just fit on there. You get a better view from down there if you want to inspect the work. You know, where's your clipboard and your PPE? Excuse me, I'm talking to you. Oh, well, same to you. These are quite thick rivets. I might regret that later. Ooh, look at that. All we're going to do is cut out these. I'm going to do it with a Dremel, I think. Oh, see, these have got a gasket on them and everything, so why complicate your life, innit? I can't see how well we're doing there, but I reckon that's fine. Right, I think that we've got a little bit of alteration to do there. So after all that, we're definitely going to have to roll that. I can't pull this out anymore because it'll hit the door. But yeah, we're gonna have to give out a little bit of a tap there, maybe remove some material. Not the end of the world. So there we go. Seeing a few little love taps with the adjustment spanner, and yeah, it's just fine, absolutely great. I've obviously spared no expense on repairing the membrane, but that's fine, innit? Because the thing is with it is we're not dealing with a Harman and Kardon bloody install or anything here. That thing, all of that, once the door's on and everything else, you know it's going to sound. And we do have a sub going under the seat, so yeah. Oh yeah, so there you go, in. That one's done, and we are working and functioning. I'm going to put this door back on here. I'd show you it working, but you know, copyright, and I can't pump my own music through that yet. So yeah, looking good. Well, that escalated quickly. That's in place. Most of the wiring's in place now, so I've got 2 new speaker wires that are going down there, up there, and up there. I've got the power lead for the subwoofer, which I will be running off switch live from there via one of these handy little breakout things. And then I've got this to unfurl to get those working. Yeah. So yeah. But the best thing about it all, and I haven't got the things, you know, is these are quite hard to push, these buttons. That steering wheel control sorted. I'll change the map in a bit actually. But yeah, I think that's enough for today, to be honest with you. I want to quit while I'm ahead. So now we know why they were wearing seat covers. Yeah, that's nice. That is. That's nice. So at some point we're gonna have to look at a replacement seat. For now, I'm gonna give it a bit of a spritz because the weather's nice. It'll dry out, etc. I'm gonna put a seat cover back on it, and I'm gonna forget it ever happened. Well, gotta start somewhere now. Butt soup. So we're having a look at this a second, because what we need to do is get in behind here and wire in our reversing camera, which I bought as a as a number platey likey thing, because I've used those before. And how does it get so dirty behind there? I walk away from it for 2 seconds and it turns into the Gordian friggin' knot. How? That's got to have a signal, because that'll have power going, so we've got to ground that one. That's got to come off the reverse light. Now that will send power or a signal when it's activated back to the head unit. See what this does. A minute. And they're the wrong ones, wrong bulbs. So there you go. What a surprise. Wow. I think next time I pay the extra. Because this is genuinely painful. Oh my god. There we go. So, a little bit of that there. We're going to put a patch there, obviously a bit of a patch there, patch behind each of these, and the roof will be visible, so we'll make that look a bit, but it's just meant to take the edge off it, give it a little bit of a, you know. So you might notice that that's a little bit on the different side. The one that we had failed. It suffered a case of the random reboot, so it's been returned, and in the meantime I ordered, this was the only suitable unit I got, and I didn't want one necessarily with a screen this big, but I'll be honest with you, it's not a bad bit of kit, and it's definitely worked out. He says, as it's all connecting up and doing what it needs to do, and it should go to the home screen. It has. There we go. So yeah, and we've wired in these absolutely dreadful. They're not even that bad. They've you know, and we're all back together with the, you know, the seats in and everything. And I didn't, because why would you want to? But we, oh, Android Auto. You know, we've hit the and you can hook dab up to this as well. But
amazing setup with plenty of money for the vet bills. True.
We've got this control over the bass, because that subwoofer is doing the job. Yeah, so fantastic. Yeah, it's all, you know, and we haven't finished fitting yet. We've still got a little bit of a fettling to do on. I didn't want to put, because the cabling in there is not as and it didn't come with one of these either, which is something else I've got to, because that's why that's doing that. But what we're going to do is we're going to get in the back, and we're gonna try and figure out a half decent way of fitting this, or getting this reverse camera to come through to you. There it is. That's what we're looking for. That little hole there. Right, so now we know how to get that down there.
So your mistake from very early age. You didn't fit in, you didn't even turn the page. So life different as soon as you meet me. You let me run for you, you wouldn't set free me. You didn't say it was good. No, this is what I was going through. What you do? What you do? You set me down 'cause you couldn't set me up. You made it so hard, just like pissing in a cup. You hit me so hard, you just made me wanna cry. You hit me so hard, you just made me wanna die. You didn't see me skin. No, this is what I was going through. What you do? What you do?
of the issues we noticed on the rebuild was the old intercooler pipe was crustier than a crusty thing, and these came up on sale on Autodoc. So, you know, and I thought that was. But the other thing is it looks as if the intercooler has got a few holes in it as well, minor. And this we bought because this is what a lot of people put on the T-Jet conversions for the Panda. It's the direct, it just fits straight on you. It is the actual intercooler. The one on here is, it's leaking down in the corner, and this is, I think this is leaking as well. The only downside is, it looks like you've got to get the old front bumper off to do it. Now, I don't know how much of a job that is, but I think that we should have a crack. So you'll notice that the bumper is still on it. Yeah, that's because it's riveted there and there. So we've removed everything that leads up to it, and you've got that in and around. And to be honest with you, that's what come out of that. This is the what's left of this pipe. In there is I'm not saying it's leaking, but I think it's leaking, and there's definitely a bit of blow by on there. That's definitely had a bit of a leak. So now what we got to do is replace this pipe. Actually, replacing the whole bloody lot. So, you know, it's a shame I forgot the tubular clips. I don't know how we're going to get around that yet. But yeah, that's I need to get the other wheel arch off and see if there's enough. The same amount of. Honestly, it's about 2 kilos of crap. Wash your car, people. Yes. So that's the comparison. We better get this on you, because, you know, stuff to do. Right. That wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be with the bumper on. You can reach in round there, and there's an 8mm screwy thing in there that you've got to do. But there's your new clip and everything there, and there's the new pipework that fits in there, and it's bolted in there, which is, you know, and I've run it up and it's working absolutely fine. So that's that then. That's the new intercooler in there. It's not, it wasn't exactly an how-to and what have you, but yeah. So this is as good as it's as done as I'm going to do it anyway. It's running nice. We've got a new intercooler and everything, so there's nothing mechanical that needs doing on this machine right now. I'm going to regret saying that, but there you go. So yeah, and we've got a fair bit coming up on the channel. By fair bit, I mean we've got to get the Panda back into the workshop, and we've got to redo all the intercooler, new exhaust, a few other bits and pieces, and get it ready for the second round of tuning, which is hopefully going to push it up round about the 200 mark. We've got a few challenges around the intercooler, fitting a much bigger piece of equipment along with a much bigger exhaust to help it breathe the other side of things, and we've got some welding to do in it as well to get through the MOT. But anyway, that's not this, this is this, and that's that. So do us a favour, if you like it in one thing or another, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because we'll drop a lot of this stuff, you know. And I'm not following any pattern, I'm not following any plan, I'm just doing what I need to do and what I want to do. So if you get a thing out of watch it, fine, do it. If you don't worry about it, it's all good. So anyway, stay safe and have a crack. It's alright, that.